All right, so here we are at NRF 2024 for this week's podcast show, and I'm joined with our good friend and colleague Karsten at the Svarmeny booth. So we are in the food service innovation zone here at NRF, and we've seen a lot of interesting technologies.
Absolutely. So it's a pleasure to be here at the Food Innovation Zone. Thanks for the organizers. Which association is that? The Food and Beverage Association?
The IFBTA, International Food and Beverage Technology Association.
And it's a great improvement for the NRF show at all. So I think this is one of the interesting areas we find this year at NRF. At the end of the day, it's about innovation in food and hospitality, and this is also the reason where the LBMA comes into place. And so may talk about how we ended up in the cooperation with them.
Yeah, so the Location-Based Marketing Association, we've had a long-standing partnership with the IFBTA. As many of our listeners and viewers know, we have our own conferences with our retail local events in the US and in Europe and in Asia. And for the last couple of years now, we've had this partnership with the IFBTA where we're bringing content and their members from the restaurant and food service industry to what we're doing in retail and vice versa. And so, it's super exciting to be here and be part of this at NRF with them.
Absolutely, and if you're looking around, there's a lot of technology in that food industry popping up. So a lot of vending machines are back in the market. So and I remember in the old days of the LBMA, we had conversations about the reinvention of that vending machines and bringing more technology into that. Because in the old days, you just put your coin in there and you grab whatever it is, but there's no totally different. So what we can see is age verification systems, for example. We can find vending machines producing food on site, which is just cooked food at high quality. So what about your thoughts about that?
Yeah, I think it's very interesting. It's all about efficiencies and reducing costs for operations from a staffing point of view. So we've seen everything from pizza making machines with Domino's to burger machines to kiosks selling pharmacy products and everything in between. And I think it's been really interesting to see that, like the idea of kind of, the autonomous store and kind of streamlining operations, I think is big. I think the other part of it that's really interesting is the integration between these machines and these kiosks and visitor metrics data, right? How many people are coming to these machines? How long are they spending in front of them? What are they ordering? Those kinds of data insights are interesting as well.
Yeah, when it comes to data, it's always the context you're in. So I had a lot of conversations with people from cinemas, from entertainment facilities, where it is not worse to have their own restaurant open at that time. It's more like this, okay, there is a demand of food right now or drinks. How can I cover that without having the problem of staffing it and bringing it to life? And when it comes to data, it's more about, so when are the peak times? So when the plane is arriving or the cinema is just finished. So those kind of data is more and more interesting. And you see also the machines, the technology in the machines are increasing a lot. So we have age verification systems to sell alcohol, for example. I don't know if it's possible in Europe, but here overseas, obviously, yes.
Yeah, I think the idea of using facial recognition or detection technology for age verification, I think, is really important. We see it in things like kiosks for selling cannabis products where it's legal in certain states here in the U.S. We see it for alcohol consumption and other things where age is a component of that. So I think that's the extension of these kind of technologies, and we see it in general retail as well. I know KFC has been doing some with some of their machines doing facial recognition for remembering your order and these kinds of things as well. So
yeah, absolutely. And then back to the location industry when it comes to so we have that data, we know where the people are coming from, what kind of sensors are back, we have to say right now. So it's a reinvention of beacons, obviously, because now we're in the phase where every device has a pre-built Bluetooth beacon inside, and it's kind of common technology. And as you see at the Gartner Hype Circle, so beacons were dead 10 years ago, 5 years ago, more or less, and now we can see there's a stable business. What about your thoughts about it?
Yeah, I think definitely beacons are coming back. They're on the rise again. I think in a slightly different way. I mean, in the old original versions of that, in the world of location marketing, we would see it as beacons deployed and then using the ability to push a coupon or an offer as somebody passed by. I don't think we're seeing that anymore. More, it's being used as a passive way to understand visitor metrics and dwell times and people's movements within stores and businesses. And at the same time, I think how you then embed the beacons into other hardware like lighting systems or door sensors or things like that.
Yeah, absolutely. And also what I can see in the Food Innovation Zone, that the robots are coming. So you see the robots, not only just in the vending machine, but also I saw a deep fryer. So there's a robot arm doing the deep frying thing on site instead of an ampli. That's amazing.
Yeah, for sure. The robots are everywhere. I was at CES last week as well, and we saw everything from robots for, preparing, serving food, working in retail businesses for inventory and stocking, and of course consumer robots as well. Like there was robot dogs that you could play with and have in your house, and all kinds of things like that. So I think robots are definitely here. So lots happening at NRF,
absolutely,
for sure, and we'll be back with more a little bit later in the day.
Absolutely. It's just day number 2 and half days over, so let's see what the next days are coming. So we're on a LB dinner tonight, and we have some captures later in the video too. Thanks for watching us so
Thank
far.
you. Bye.
Hey, it's Tino from Verizon. I'm showing the Proto device right here. So Proto is a hologram technology that shows Burberry content right now. It's right now passive content. We can make it active as well through interaction with RFID. Even has a camera over here, so you have a live version of a hologram that you can talk to. Over there, we got magic mirrors. The magic mirror, what it will do is I'll stand in front of it. Actually, there you go. You can turn around as well, and if you turn around, it will put like a 3D version of the code. So it should give you a good overview. Where this is going to be interesting is you can put this technology in a window of your stores, and when it's open, you can use it. But when it's closed as well, people can stand right in front of it, swipe through content, and through a QR code, you actually can buy this stuff as well. So this is what we show at the Verizon booth.
Excellent. How's the traffic at the show been this year?
Phenomenally high. So today's a bit slower, but yesterday was extremely busy, and because of the snow, we're expecting some people to come in slightly later, but we will be here full day, every day.
Hi, I'm Gary Slonell from Opteris. I'm the SVP of Sales and Operations. We're having a great show here at NRF 2024. Not only have lots of great meetings at the booth talking about our next generation UI, which is all about task management, operational communications for retailers to make sure they execute in the field and empower the front line. On top of everything that's happening at our booth, we're doing great stuff at our partner booth, GK Software and Blue Yonder, and we had a big ideas session yesterday with Pet Supplies Plus, one of our clients that's been with us for over a decade, talking about how they use our solution to grow their very complicated business and how they've been extremely successful.
Hello, I'm Verlin Yaud. I'm SVP for the Americas for Ariadne. Ariadne is a customer and associate journey platform. We're having a fantastic NRF. Day 1, we picked up about 65 leads, totaling opportunity with over 70,000 stores. Day 2 was just as good. We had the chance to do a stage presentation where we were assaulted afterwards by leading retailers around the country and internationally who want to understand how they can use our data to help them drive decisions and efficiency within their retail operations as well. We've been impressed by how many people really understand how important location and location-based analytics are. They're finally understanding that the analytics from e-commerce only cover half of their business, and they really need those analytics from a location-based store experience to truly deliver that omni-channel product.
So I'm Dan Height with Placer AI. So we're here at NRF. We're working with a lot of retailers in terms of where they should put new locations, really around marketing efforts, merchandising, working with a lot of the display companies, putting in digital signage inside of retail locations. We're here at NRF having a lot of meetings with a lot of our partners and a lot of our customers. We announced this morning actually our partnership with Esri. Really excited about that. Working with a lot of cities, municipalities, can open up new opportunities for us in new customer segments we're not in. Help Esri and some of our customers that are using some of their ARC GIS tools to incorporate Placer data into their ecosystem. So couldn't be happier for that announcement, and stay tuned for more announcements from Placer AI.
Awesome. Thanks,
Cool.
Dan.